Gotten married?
Yeah.
Is that marriage is still in force?
6 months later, who knew? They said it wouldn't last.
Yeah. So you're officially still a newlywed?
I'm a newlywed.
What was the story in this guy? He was working for you, or he was...
Well, I hired him to come in and redo my closets, and... So he did such great work, I had to marry him.
Well, that's not a bad thought. Did you like this guy right away? Is he...
No, actually, when I first met him, I didn't care for him too much. And he gradually changed my mind. The closets were brilliant.
I guess...
It was...
So I guess like he whipped out his power tools and you thought, this is the guy I want.
You know how it goes, Pat.
What didn't you like about him initially?
Well, I originally met him on our set, and I just thought, well...
Why was he on your set?
Because he's friends of one of the men that I work with.
Okay. I just want to follow this. I don't want any detail to leave my attention. Go
All
ahead.
right.
All right.
Am I doing well so far?
You're doing great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I met him on our set, and when I walked into the dressing room to meet him, I started stuttering and stammering and tripped and fell out of the dressing room and slammed the door and thought, that guy's a jerk. So, yes, clearly I was the jerk, but, so anyway, we got to know each other, and then he actually said that to our friend Ernie. He said, listen, if you think for 1 minute I'm going to work for Melanie Wilson, who's probably just this blonde bimbo who doesn't have a brain in her head, you're kidding. And I said basically the same thing to Ernie about him, and he thought, aha, a match made in heaven.
Yeah. So how did you call him a jerk? He called you a bimbo, and
we're married. and proud of it, which is even sicker, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a little strange. Now, did you honeymoon? Did you do something?
Well, actually, we just got back. We drove cross country.
You drove?
We drove. I don't like.
I sound like George Burns, don't I? You drove?
You did.
Yeah. I just repeat.
Does that mean I sound like Gracie Allen? I'm liking this.
That's right. So you drove.
We drove cross country. Well, I don't like to drive. I mean, I don't like to fly. So I thought, okay, driving is reasonable. I can handle this. It's 4 wheels. It's on the ground, not 37,000 feet up. So his sister Michelle was getting married back in Pennsylvania, and so we thought, well, we'll go ahead and drive back instead of flying.
From here to Pennsylvania?
Yeah, and actually, I even went to New York. I had work to do in New York. I saw my first Broadway show. I saw M. Butterfly. It was great.
Oh, good.
We had a wonderful wedding back there.
But doesn't this take weeks and weeks to drive?
It takes weeks. We were gone 6 weeks.
Did you stop at interesting places?
Yeah, we stopped. Well, we got stuck in tornadoes in the Texas Panhandle. Oh. We were driving along, and this thing called a wall cloud descended upon us. Now, a wall cloud, if you've never been in the middle of a tornado, is this, it looks like the sky is kind of caving in on you. It turns real black and gets really windy. And so we pulled into Amarillo and thinking, my God, what's going on? And they said, listen, take the mattress off your bed, get into the bathtub, and put the mattress over you when the tornado comes.
You should empty the tub, too, by the way. Just a small... They left that part out. Is that what they recommend, really, when a tornado comes?
Yeah, so we were ready to get in the tub, and because 4 tornadoes had hit down earlier that day, so we were real lucky.
Yeah. So did you stop in small towns? Did you meet interesting people?
We met great people. I mean, yeah, I met all kinds of wonderful people. We kind of went off the beaten track, so we went to Meteor Crater. Now, that's exciting.
Where is Meteor Crater?
It's in Arizona.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's this big hole in the ground. It's stunning.
I would guess caused by a meteor.
By a meteor. Traveling at 10 seconds a mile, so if you could actually physically ride this meteor, you would get from New York to L.A. in 4 minutes.
Wow, that's really great.
It doesn't make you feel real...
4 minutes?
I'm filled with facts like this after a 6-week journey, Pat. Yeah. Let me share that with you.
Now, did you get on each other's nerves? I mean, that's a long time to be locked in a car talking about meteors.
No, well... No, we did real well.
Yeah.
I mean, Joey doesn't talk a lot. He's getting better. So we started out and... Well, we left L.A. and he started talking in New Mexico, but...
That's good. So it's still in the West, he was still thinking,
absolutely. Yeah. Listen, it could have been Louisiana.
It could have been. It could have been.
We went through Missouri, and I have a suggestion for them.
Okay.
You know how they have the logo on a license plate like Pennsylvania, the Keystone State?
Land of Lincoln.
Right, exactly. I think Missouri should change theirs to Missouri Loves Company.
Sorry. Ooh.
Like Misery Loves Company?
Did you not like Missouri? It's a fun...
No, I loved it, but I just thought that was kind of fun and different, and if they want me in Missouri anytime soon...
So if I named a state, could you tell me the slogan that's on the license plate?
No, I could not, and I refuse to do that.
Really?
I didn't memorize all of them.
How about New Mexico? Do you know New Mexico?
Yeah, the land of enchantment.
See, that was pretty good. How about...
I'm doing well.
How about Arizona?
Wait, do I get paid for all the ones I know?
Well, I will find out. Depends on... Arizona, do you know Arizona?
I don't know what... The Grand Canyon State.
Grand Canyon State, yeah. What is the one that is live free or die? Isn't there one in the... In New England somewhere. I mean, that's a hostile one, yeah. New Hampshire? Is that what we think?
Well, I wasn't in the New England states.
Oh, well, that doesn't count then.
I went back for a very civilized wedding, so that was...
Now, also last time you were here, we talked about your dad, who is most people might know, that may or may not know, is Mr. Whipple
right.
of
yeah.
Dick Wilson.
Wow.
Now, in fact, a show business family, right? Your mother as well.
Yeah, my mom was a dancer for years.
Now, do you think that helped you sort of adjust to the wacky world of
well,
show
yeah,
business?
I think so. I mean, I had kind of an odd upbringing. I mean, well, I guess it was odd. I mean, to me, it was normal. But I grew up, my dad had a lot of friends who were very big stars when we were growing up. And we would go swimming at Shirley MacLaine's house and go to parties at her house. And now it's rumored that at one of Shirley's parties, Warren Beatty bounced me on his knee. Now, it was about 20 years too early. But,
well, it's never too early to start.
Well,
you don't remember this, though?
No, I don't remember it. I mean, the thing about all my dad's friends, like we would go, as kids, you go swimming at their houses. I mean, that's the big thing to do. You don't really know that they're anything different. You just decide who you like best by virtue of their pool. You know, it's like that's kind of a kid. Yeah, it's deep.
Was your father a strong disciplinarian? Was he?
Well, my dad was kind of wacky about the way he handled things. There was one time where I was probably about 3 or 4 years old, and we were shopping in a supermarket. My dad took me for the day, and at the end of the counter, they had this round rack with all the toys there. So as you're checking out, of course, the child sees all these toys that they want. Well, evidently, I focused on a doll that I just couldn't live without. And I wanted this doll, and Dad said, no, you can't have the doll. I want the doll. No. Well, finally, I proceeded to fling myself down on the floor and start kicking and screaming as loud as I could. Well, my father threw himself down on the floor next to me, started kicking and screaming as loud as he could. Well, of course, I got up and looked at my father, absolutely mortified that he would be making a fool of himself like this. And he said, listen, he said, you never threw a fit again. I had to change grocery stores, but you never...
That's not a bad idea. I like that. Yeah, he's a clever guy, yeah.
I know, he's not bad.
People will be doing that all over America tomorrow.
I think so.
I think it's a good idea. We're going to take a break and talk more with Melanie, and Bob Green will be joining us, too, so stay right there.
We're on vacation.
And that's when you go back?
We go back in, I think, 3 or 4 weeks.
Well, this was your first summer vacation as a married woman, so it's probably a little different.
It's true.
Are you looking forward to going back?
Yeah, I am. I mean, I've had such a wonderful time off, you know, with traveling and you know, being with my husband, and I'm having a good time right now. I'll be happy to go back to work, but it's been a really neat time off.
Gosh, it sounds like a swell life.
I just have a nifty one.
Yeah, you
do.
Now, did you have, like, real jobs before? Not that television isn't real, but...
Well, trust me, it's not, okay?
Shh, don't tell anyone.
Don't tell a soul.
Okay.
No, we'll be quiet about this. Yeah, well, I tried to get real jobs. I wasn't real good at it. I'm better at fake jobs, like the one I have now.
Yeah. Try this.
Actually, I finally decided I should get a real job. This is when I was about 18 or 19 years old. I thought, I'll go to work at my aunt's office. So I went in to fill out a job application, which I'd never filled out before. And they said, one of the parts that you fill out said, in an emergency, call. And I wrote down, an ambulance.
Good. That's very good.
I mean... I don't want them calling my mom and dad going, she's lying on the floor, she's bleeding, there are no vital signs, what do we do? Call somebody who can do some good.
Sure.
Then they filled out, they had a little part that said church preference, and I wrote down red brick. Because they didn't hire me, but they would call.
Job.
No, they called periodically just to find out how my acting career was going. So, gee, I can't imagine why.
Gee, that's very nice. Yeah. So, how do you get along with the other guys and gals on the set here?
I get along great with them.
Bronson and
Mark and Bronson
and Rebecca.
And Rebecca. Rebecca did my hair last time I was on.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, because we were working on the set, and you so kindly sent a limo over because we were in the middle of filming.
That was my own personal limo, by the way.
Was it really?
No, it wasn't.
Can I touch you?
Sure.
I'm impressed. Wait a minute, that was good. Okay.
Thank you.
No, I'm impressed. It was beautiful.
Good.
But Rebecca and I were sitting in the dressing room, and we both went, oh, my God, you're going to do Sajak tonight. You have to look good, because, of course, we don't go to work looking real good. So, yeah, she did my hair.
But not tonight.
No, not tonight. I didn't see her today. I talked to her on the phone today, but I didn't see her.
All right. Well, I'll give her our regards.
Thank you.
All right. It's anyway, continued success as you head into season number, what is it, 5 or 4?
4 for me. I think it's 5 for the guy. They did 6 shows to begin with.
Yeah.
But I wasn't on them. I never count those.
Yeah, the show was nothing till you came on, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, Pat.
Anyway, the show is Perfect Strangers, and this is Melanie Wilson. Nice seeing you again, Melanie. Thanks.
I appreciate it.
We are...